It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hawkeyes will put total leather and will get started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, if they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Flanagan. Rushes on him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Here's a heat. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Connors. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah. Touchdown, Tigers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes a connection. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Pocket breaking down. And he's got it at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Wants to throw on first down. He's good. There he goes. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there.
Got some room there to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Moffitt. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. To the air, it's Flanagan. Going for the big play. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. There's the pressure. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Sends it back in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target.
Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. Picked off to stop the threat.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense, and you saw it on that play.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. That's That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Toss to the outside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Looking downfield, it's Flanagan. Got a man, it's Connors. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Flanagan. With the catch, it's Woods. And they pick up just a few on that completion. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Picks up the first down, still moving. At the 35, he's open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll start this drive with a pass. Working the middle, it's complete. And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they did.
He'll take the deep shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
On third and short, they're giving it to the tight end. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. receiver comes in motion. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dropping back, it's Flanagan. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
Shifting play, playing at home. They're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
He'll bring it out. It's Moffitt. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Flanagan. The short hands, it's Connors. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The play action fake. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Slips through the line. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 17 over Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Scanning the field, it's Flanagan. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The inside handoff. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Might as well give it to him again. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one, the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got him. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Using the quick game. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Caught on the outside, it's Connors.
Awesome body control, and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
He's got it on the right. At the 15, he's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Flanagan. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Makes the grab. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Going to sling it on second down. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Trying to get the corner. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Flanagan. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown LSU! They move on top here in the 4th.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
The extra point here would tie the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 25 over Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll go to the ground. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Flanagan. Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's complete to the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're working that left side. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Lets it fly. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moffitt. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute. Oh, he's got some space. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Flanagan. Oh, they're after him. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
They say pressure busts pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Woods. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
LSU will get a first down.
When you got the ball on their side of the field on 4th and 1, you are absolutely going to go for it and be aggressive. Am I right?
You are right. You know, some may say the quarterback talked the coach into it, but the quarterback's decision is on 3rd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down for 42.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
Well, as a quarterback, you've got to know when the play is over, and you got to mitigate your losses. That time, he was just trying to do too much. He thought he was back in high school, and everything was taken away. He could just pirouette, make a guy miss, and turn it into a home run. Nothing doing, and he takes a big loss on that one.
Finds the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. How impressive has this passing game been today, and it looks as if it's on the verge of carrying them to a top 10 win.
And how about this passing attack? Doing what you want at will against a top 10 team. This is an impressive display, Palmer, earning that early season, mid-season ranking.
I've loved what I've seen, and they're a top 10 team now, but if they're a team that's going to reach the college football playoff, they're going to have to keep throwing it like this. This dude can play under pressure. Now we've got to see him do it week in, week out against the best teams in the nation.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Hawkeyes enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Flanagan. Bringing the heat. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first.
He's got it on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.